I think we should skip it. I don't know. I'm just not really feeling it. World War III, folks. Hard pass. We've got enough going on stateside. We've got the No Kings riots set to kick off this weekend. No kings. We like kings, actually, folks. We like one king in particular, quite frankly. The King of Kings, our Lord and Savior. I don't know. Maybe you've heard of him. With that being said, God bless, good night, and good luck.
Trump's message to Iran's supreme leader is wild. Trump just said, and I quote, "We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. That's Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the head of Iranian regime." And then Trump adds, quote, "He is an easy target, but we're not going to take him out, at least not for now." Think about that for a moment. He could give the green light at any moment, but instead he's warning Iran, stop firing missiles at civilians, stop threatening American troops, or you're next. And it gets better. I know. You're thinking, how could this get any better? Trump says we've got total control over the skies of Iran. What about their air defenses, though? Can't touch American power, baby. He's flexing hard. F-35s, drones, satellites, surveillance, all of it. And then he ends with just two words: unconditional surrender in all caps. That's not a suggestion. That's demand. Trump's not bluffing. He's playing real-time 4D chess with the entire Middle East. Iran wanted to test him. They're about to find out just how bad of a mistake that was. The question is, will they surrender or force his hand? Let me know in the comment section. Appreciate you.
Proud of you, and let me tell you that the way that we honor and respect you, we never ask you to go to war unless you absolutely have to.
Recently, by the way, during the show, U.S. rejects Benjamin Netanyahu request to join the war. Yeah, we said fuck that. The U.S. rejects Benjamin Netanyahu's request to join the war directly. Saudi Arabia media reports that the IDF reportedly struck an entire Houthi leadership during a meeting that they were holding in a bunker. They just bombed all the fucking Houthis. This is also in Israel. Jesus Christ. Wow. I feel like at this point, because like this attack, I feel like there's a good chance Israel could just do some crazy shit at this point. And I don't think they're going to nuke them. Israel's not going to nuke anybody. If Israel nukes anybody who uses a nuclear weapon, it will be immediately the world against that one country. Nobody wants a nuclear weapon used for any reason.
Donald Trump has been a great friend of Israel. He recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. He then moved the embassy to Jerusalem. He recognized Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. He brokered peace agreements in the Middle East. He cut aid to the Palestinians for sponsoring terrorism. He pulled out of the disastrous Iran nuclear deal and applied sanctions on the Islamic regime in Iran. He has done so much for the sake of Israel, and for that, we are forever grateful.
The fighting between Israel and Iran and the chances the U.S. could join this conflict. President Trump yesterday called for Iran's unconditional surrender and met officials in the White House Situation Room. CBS News sources say he is thinking about ordering U.S. forces to attack Iranian nuclear facilities. And meanwhile, both Israel and Iran continued their air and missile attacks on each other today, with the conflict now in day 6.
The president's main focus in that meeting, whether the U.S. should join Israel in striking Iranian nuclear sites, according to multiple sources. Doing so would appear to go against Trump's long-standing vow not to engage the U.S. in new foreign wars. But joining the attacks would help fulfill his goal of ensuring Iran cannot develop a nuclear weapon. We didn't see the president most of Tuesday, but a series of social media posts directly warned Iranian leadership. We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding, Trump wrote in a post, calling Ayatollah Ali Khamenei an easy target, but saying he's safe and there are no plans to kill him for now. Later, he called for Iran's unconditional surrender, repeating it should end its nuclear ambitions. Now, one U.S. military option will be to help Israel destroy the Fordow nuclear enrichment site, built deep inside a mountain about 60 miles southwest of Tehran. Experts believe penetrating and destroying the facility would require a 15-ton or 30,000-pound so-called bunker buster bomb, which is so big it can only be carried and dropped by stealth B-2 bombers, both of which the U.S. has and Israel does not. We may get more details on the president's thinking on all this or potential military options later today when Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth testified.
Y'all, I got a bad feeling about this. Something in my gut is telling me that things are about to take a crazy turn. So we all know Israel attacked Iran, and Iran retaliated on Israel. Iran gave US, the UK, and France all a warning, saying if y'all aid Israel, y'all gonna meet the same fate they're gonna meet. And Donald Trump didn't like when he heard that. So he put this out on his Truth Social. He said the US had nothing to do with attacking Iran tonight. If we are attacked in any way, shape, or form by Iran, the full strength and the might of the US armed forces will come down on you at levels never seen before. However, we can easily get a deal done between Iran and Israel and end the bloody conflict. Now, knowing Iran, they probably ain't gonna take this lightly either. But I just feel like there are darker days ahead of us, y'all. So everybody stay prayed up, because these times is uncertain.
Donald Trump is facing the biggest foreign policy crisis of his presidency, first term included. And the American people and the rest of the world are waiting anxiously to see what he will do.
Will the president, who campaigned on keeping the country out of war, get America involved directly in Israel's war against Iran? Only the United States has the power to destroy the Iranian nuclear program.
But the president prefers, in fact, demands that Iran surrender without condition. He warned he knows where Iran's supreme leader is hiding, though he said he does not want him killed, adding, for now.
The president also warned Iran against attacking U.S. troops and assets in the region.
Say better. We'll come down so hard if they do anything to our people. We'll come down so hard. Lyndon loves her off so beautifully. Now, I think they know not to touch our troops.
Israeli attacks have targeted nuclear sites across Iran.
One of the most important is the uranium enrichment plant at Fordow. It's a secretive site built inside a mountain.
Fordow is believed to house 2,700 nuclear centrifuges. They enrich uranium that could be used for a nuclear weapon.
The Israeli airstrikes have targeted Fordow, but only the United States is capable of destroying this site. It would take massive ordnance penetrator bombs known as bunker busters, delivered only by American B-2 bombers.
Whether to do that is one of the decisions President Trump has to make. Wei Zhejiang is at the White House.
As the war between Iran and Israel raged on for the 5th day, CBS News has learned President Trump is now weighing whether to join Israel in striking Iran's nuclear sites, including Fordow, several hours south of Tehran. Israeli airstrikes have targeted the facility, but only this 30,000-pound American bunker buster bomb, delivered by B-2 bombers and never used before, would have the power to destroy it. A similar bomb was used in Afghanistan 8 years ago to decimate a tunnel complex used by ISIS.
It's designed to penetrate to quite a significant depth before it actually goes off, and then to generate a large, burst after that.
Frank Kendall was the Secretary of the Air Force during the Biden administration.
What are the potential consequences for a strike on Iran?
One thing to think through very carefully is what are those options and how might they manifest themselves in the future? Are we opening up the possibility of another 911, for example, by doing an attack? I think all those things have to be thought through very carefully.
When Israel launched the first attack last week, the White House insisted the U.S. was not involved. But today, Trump declared we now have complete and total control of the skies of Iran. The administration's assessment of their nuclear capability is also shifting. This is what Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard said in March.
The IC continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon.
Last night, Trump gave his own view.
I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having.
Ouija, the president and his top intelligence official don't seem to be on the same page here. Is that the case?
Well, there is an important distinction here, which is having an actual nuclear weapon and then having the capability to build one. And during that testimony, Tulsi Gabbard also said that the amount of stockpiled enriched uranium that Iran had was unprecedented, even though its weapons program was suspended. Now, today, Vice President Vance said that a lot has changed since March, but the top Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee says he has not seen any recent intelligence to suggest that Iran is actually pursuing a nuclear bomb.
Weijia, the president met with his national security officials today, but that team is a lot different than we've seen in the past.
Well, Frank Kendall, who we just interviewed, said the National Security Council was very weakened because he points out the National Security Advisor, acting right now, of course, has another big job. Marco Rubio is the Secretary of State. He says the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, has no experience navigating issues like this. And just last month, the NSC cut its staff by dozens of workers.
Weijia Jiang at the White House. Thank you.
They'd like to talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war, and they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
We have major breaking news right now. United States have officially started fighting against Iran right now. Take a look at this. What Donald Trump, the US president, just posted few minutes ago. Just take your time and read this. We have taken control over the sky in Iran. Take your time. Read what Donald Trump posted on his Twitter handle few minutes ago. We underline that statement. We, not Israel, taking control over the sky. We means United States troops, both their fighter jet right now, all over the sky in Iran, bombing. You can see. I also told you guys few minutes ago, I posted video concerning this. I told you guys that G7, both Donald Trump, Emmanuel Macron, Starmer, Giorgia Meloni, the Prime Minister of Italy, they had meeting few hours ago, and also told you guys that Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, sent his Security Council to North Korea right now. They are having meeting. I also told you guys that China president sent serious warning to Israel citizens and Chinese living in Israel to vacate. I also told you guys that Donald Trump declared that Iranians in the capital city of Iran, Tehran, should vacate immediately. But some of you will be saying that I'm lying. Go to Donald Trump Twitter handle right now. You will see this, what he said. We, not Israel. I hope you understand that statement. I hope and pray that this does not lead to World War III, because as I'm seeing everything right now, because Iran allies will also join this conflict in the Middle East. Who knows what Vladimir Putin's Security Council went to North Korea to do? For a special mission, he went to North Korea for. Are you seeing it right now? When I'm telling you guys something, just agree, believe. Also go and do your research, because some of you don't do your research. You'll be saying that I'm lying. It is fake. It is fake. It's fake. It is not fake. We are not giving fake news here, my dear. I always verified my news before I post it here. If you see any news here, stop saying that it is fake news. Just go and do your own research very well before saying that it is fake news. Now, go to Donald Trump Twitter handle. You will see what he said. We have taken control over the sky in Iran. U.S. troops. Are you waiting for when U.S. government will come on public like this, declare that they have joined the war officially with Iran? With what Donald Trump just said right now, you should know that they have already joined. Officially, they joined indirectly before, but right now, they are joining directly. Hey, hey. So guys, this is what is happening right now. What do you think? Drop your comment on the comment section.